A lot of people who are just hearing about She-Hulk now may think that she has been created to pander to modern female audiences. Those people are wrong. She's been around for a while, and there is so much more to the character than just being a female Hulk. Also, she's definitely not the Hulk's girlfriend. That's pretty gross. Keep watching to find out why. Hi, I'm Ben and you're watching Batarang to the Butt. Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, was created by writer Stan Lee and artist John Buscema in 1980. She-Hulk is actually one of the last characters that Stan Lee created for Marvel before he retired, although he only wrote the first issue. She-Hulk was created because of the success of the Incredible Hulk TV series. Marvel was afraid that the show's executives might suddenly introduce a female version of the Hulk, as had been done with the $6 Million Man, and its subsequent Bionic Woman spin-off. So Marvel decided to create their own version of such a character, to make sure that if a similar one showed up in the television series, then Marvel would still own the rights. And so her first appearance was in her own comic Savage She-Hulk issue 1. Jennifer Walters is the cousin of Bruce Banner, and he was visiting her looking for advice when Jennifer is suddenly shot in a mafia-related incident. In order to save her, he has to give her an emergency blood transfusion. Now, as we all know, Bruce Banner is the Hulk, and so she acquired a milder version of this Hulk condition. This means that Walters becomes a large, powerful, green version of herself. However, she can still keep her personality. She also keeps her intelligence and emotional control, although like Hulk, she also becomes stronger the more enraged she gets. She-Hulk is also an attorney, and obviously, she's a good one. A common story trope in her comics is that she has an adventure with another Marvel hero, but then also must defend them in some sort of trial during her other job.
What's that? I couldn't hear you over the sound of me bench pressing the jury!
Then in later issues of her comics, her transformation is made permanent, because she decides that she prefers the Hulk version of herself, and so she remains green at all times. Then she gets stuck that way, then she gets control again, and then she comes to terms with both sides of herself and begins using both again. To be honest, it's constantly changing, but it doesn't really matter. In fact, I'd like to hear what you think. Let me know in the comments below, do you think she needs her regular human side, or do you prefer it when she's exclusively green? She is usually written as a more light-hearted character. In fact, in her sensational She-Hulk run by John Byrne, she even knows that she is a comic book character, and would often break the fourth wall by talking to audiences directly, like Deadpool. Unfortunately, very few other writers have touched on that. In this same run, she was often depicted in quite a sexual way, in an attempt to push the boundaries of the comics code. Real quick, the comics code was a stupid set of rules that needed to be followed to make sure that comics were suitable for the fragile minds of children. It meant that writers were often limited in their scope and creativity, and it sucked. Thankfully, everyone eventually got over it, and Marvel threw it out the window. Throughout the years, She-Hulk has been a member of the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, Heroes for Hire, the Defenders, Future Foundation, S.H.I.E.L.D., and A-Force. So as you can tell, she really gets around the teams. She also gets around the superheroes. Not to be too crude or anything, but she has had, shall we say, relations with a bunch of characters including Iron Man, Juggernaut, Hercules, and Thor, to name just a few. In more recent stories, after the death of Bruce Banner in Civil War II, she has begun to lose control of herself when hulked out. Instead of her usual green hue, this She-Hulk was grey. This came about thanks to the trauma from her cousin's death. Her Grey Hulk persona is more like the original Hulk than she had ever been before. And because at this stage Bruce Banner and the Incredible Hulk were dead, it meant that there was no need for the she in She-Hulk. And while that was a really interesting and different take on She-Hulk, you don't really need to worry about it anymore because Bruce Banner is back with the most terrifying version of the Hulk so far. And Jennifer is working alongside the Avengers while she works through her issues. The two have even faced off against one another since Bruce and the Hulk's return. It didn't end well for Jennifer, and now she's still coming to terms with who she once was and who she is now. Basically, I think she's pretty cool, and I'm excited for her to get a spotlight, and I'm capitalising off of all the attention that she's going to get now, thanks to the announcement of her Disney Plus series. Yay! If you've enjoyed this video, then please leave a like my Facebook page Batarang to the Butt, and even share this to educate your friends. If you have any video requests about characters or topics that you want me to break down, then please leave it all in the comments below. And thanks for watching.